All right, so we're live. You guys ready? You got the finger on the button?
Hold on.
You good?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna count us down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome back to the recap show for another amazing and shocking episode. But before we get into it, TJ, hit that intro music.
All right.
And welcome back to the recap show, Drag Race All-Star Season 11. This is episode 10, one of two semifinal episodes that we've gotten here. And let's just say this episode was shocking. The conclusion of the show was shocking. I'm shook. What about y'all?
The way the episode played out, I wouldn't say that I'm shocked. Disappointed, yes. Irritated, absolutely. And not even for Kennedy. I'm irritated because we'll get into it later.
Okay. Quick thoughts? Shocked? Yes or no?
Shocked and, like you said, disappointed. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, before we get into the meat of everything, we got to start with our drag names. Does everyone have their drag names ready for this week?
Sure don't.
Okay, well, you know what? Oh, you don't? All right, well, because I'm the one that's prepared, usually, this time, I will get started. All right, so this week I am Creamy Cora. Whatever.
Okay, Creamy Cora. That's quite a name. Okay.
Like a creamy core.
You know, whatever.
Oh my.
It could be a creamy core.
Well,
who doesn't like a creamy core?
Wow.
Boom, boom.
It doesn't stop. Okay.
It doesn't. It goes on and on and on.
Oh my God. Okay, well, my name is Jesus. This week I am
Jesus?
Alexandra. I'm sorry?
Your name is Jesus? Sorry, go ahead.
What? Did you take something today? What is going on? Usually I'm the one delirious and drugged. What is happening?
I have my tea.
What's in it?
Regular tea.
Jesus.
Yes. What's your name?
Did you give him something? Did you?
No, I'm not on anything.
Did he have some of your antibiotics? Like, what's going on?
No, just go ahead. What's your name?
My name this week is Alexandria McQueen.
Woo! Whoa, that's a mouthful.
Yes, I am.
Alexandria McQueen, Creamy Cora. Okay. What have you come up with in these few moments?
Yeah.
I need a prescription.
I actually like that. I need a prescription for...
I need a prescription, yeah.
I need a prescription.
For McQueen and Creamy Cora.
If you have a creamy core, you might need a prescription.
You just might. You
Okay,
probably do.
Well, these names have outdone themselves this week.
They have done something. They've done something for sure. My
I
God.
am going to apologize to our viewing audience
For that.
for the coughing, the sound of my voice. I might not be very vocal in this episode.
He's getting over a cold.
But yeah, we're going to make
Hence
it
the
work.
prescription and antibiotics.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, as we come back into this week's episode, we find out who that third person was.
From the last bracket. I mean, from the... Yeah.
Yes.
Well, technically, yeah, from the last bracket.
The random ball. Here's the thing. I have to say, I think it was whoever they pulled out that little device, the ball, that was actually the person, because I don't think that if it was production that they would have given it to this individual. I thought it was going to be Selena S. Titties that was going to be called back. I really did. Because of production.
Y'all did say that last week. I didn't know who it could have been, honestly, because Morgan had she had a rightful place as one of the three. Selena had a rightful place as one of the three, and with the production of what happened in their bracket, and the fact that Joey made Rue laugh so many times when that was outside of a challenge, it was just like these random off moments. I was like, I could see it for either three. I was a little surprised that it was Joey, considering the performances of the other two, but it doesn't surprise me.
Okay. What about you?
I was surprised that it was Joey.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not mad that it was Joey because Joey's actually really good, and we'll get into it when we go over her performance.
Yeah.
Good episode for her.
But yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, I don't have clips of the performance or the performances, so we can't just talk about those.
Less editing for me, bitches.
Jesus.
Yes.
So, I mean, do we want to talk about the challenge now?
We can do it when we talk about the runways.
The runway.
Let's put it all in one, yeah.
Okay.
So let's just get into these runway looks, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was runway. This was red carpet
realness,
eleganza, I believe.
Or yeah, something.
So first up, we have Dawn.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it, but it also wasn't spectacular. Like, Dawn has looked better this season.
I agree.
She doesn't look bad, but she's looked better.
Yeah. So getting these clips, and looking at this look again, or seeing this look again, I think a different choice of fabrication would have helped, and I also think I don't think that the top part was actually necessary. I think if it was just the gown stopping at the bodice, with the fins on the side and the train, I guess, I think it would have been enough there. I don't think this sleeve number thing is pretty, but I don't think it's
one
necessary.
thing too much.
That could have been nixed from the final production. I think it would have been fine. But I agree. Dawn has looked better. I would have expected something different from her.
Y'all want to talk about her performance? I thought it was just okay. Like, there was nothing like funny. It wasn't funny. It wasn't like stand out. There was like Dawn was just how I felt about Sugar in bracket 3. I felt that way about Dawn in this episode. Like, she was just there.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, it wasn't anything memorable. I think, to be honest with you, only one person really stood out for me with the performances, but we'll get to that when they come up.
Yeah.
I am going to agree with you. I believe I know who you're talking about.
I heard.
I believe so. I think her story was about being high,
getting high with her friends.
Yeah.
And calling.
And I didn't understand it because at the beginning of the story, didn't you say she was at the beach?
Yeah, they went to a beach house or something. But like at the beginning of the story too, so the premise of her story was to be in the moment with her friends, right?
Yeah.
That was the gist of her story. But like the way it started, it made it seem like they were younger. But like if they were younger, why are they smoking weed? And I didn't.
Well, that happens.
It had no whatever.
It was a little confusing, but who cares?
Yeah. Well, alrighty. Next up, we have Silky.
I liked this look for her, and I love that she had the shimmer on her body. I think that the black, the sequins, and also even like the feathers at the bottom, and then like the hairstyle, like that right there, that was a hairstyle.
All right, can we talk about the elephant in the room?
What was the elephant in the room?
Silky and Akira.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yes.
What did Silky do? Because there's two sides to the story, right? What did
three sides.
There's her side, and then the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what was the cause of Akira saying what she said about Silky on social media? We only heard what Akira did on social media. We didn't hear the side of what caused Akira to speak out about Silky between her weight loss and her not being a good friend and all that other stuff.
Yeah. It was really weird. It was uncomfortable.
The vibe was really weird because even Akira, she said, "I'm not even going to acknowledge her." So clearly, Akira feels wrong in some way,
right?
But we never got that side of why Akira feels wrong,
right? And I'm surprised we haven't heard about it yet because the girls do talk, especially like on the Roscoe's or something. But it could be the fact that Akira is just like not wanting to share, which. Let's all do more of that. Let's all keep more things to ourselves because y'all like to share a lot of information that don't need to be shared. Like so many people just want to be sharing all kinds of information about themselves these days. And I'm like, girl, we can shut the fuck up. Anyway, I agree that I would like to know at least, her side of the story. That being said, this look, I think this look is good for Silky. The piece coming
from dangly piece.
Yeah, I was like, either give me more or take that off because it's like 2 or 3 strands. So that also felt a little unnecessary. What I think I realized about this episode of what this episode of Drag Race has made me realize, what my frustration with a lot of these past seasons of Drag Race is. Drag Race, and just follow me here. Drag Race feels like the iPhone.
Iteration versus
correct.
Innovation.
Every year or every season, we're going to get a new season, but I think we're maybe at the peak of what people can give us. We're at the peak of what Apple can give us as far as technology. And so I'm just like, every year it's like, okay, it's marginally better, but it's practically the same phone. And I feel that way about this look of Silky's. I feel this way about a couple of other looks that came down the runway. And it's also why I get excited with people like Lucky, because Lucky is doing things that is so futuristic and that nobody else is doing, but she's not getting the shine that she deserves. So this look is
what?
Oh my God, that was so fucking funny. Like that girl. Anyway, Silky looks. This is fine. This is a fine look for Silky, but I'm not wowed.
Yeah.
It's not something I've never seen before.
Here's the thing that also too, I think that because when you have something that is innovative, it's not something you can do on a yearly basis. Innovation tends to happen, every 5, 10, maybe 20 years. Whereas iteration happens every year because it's just something, you can add little things here and there to make it a little sparkly or to say, oh, okay, I haven't seen that interpretation of it.
Yeah.
I think that, it's going to come a point where Drag Race is going to have to drastically change. So for instance, like this season, even how they do the judging at the end, we'll get to it, but they're doing like the Rate Queen MVQ thing. Like that's different. That's something different that they're doing for this season. It's not something drastic. When I think Drag Race changes, when they change the format drastically. Speaking of that, let me just kind of wheel it back a little bit because we just started watching season 3 and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I can definitely see there's a very distinct change between like season 3 and this current season. Granted, it's All Stars, whatever, but there's such a different change. Even like how the queens are presented, how RuPaul talks on it. It's different. So like if you just saw season 3 and watched this, it would seem innovative in a way because it's completely it's somewhat different. So that, and I think that what you said, that was a great analogy, and you can look at the two and see the difference. So I think that maybe next year or in a couple of years, we'll see something innovative from Drag Race if it's still around.
I think
we're going to completely do something different.
I think we'll have to, and I hope whatever that change is, assuming it continues on, I hope it is good and not like quirky. Well, it's already quirky. Drag Race is quirky by definition, but I just hope it's good and well done. I hope it's good and well done to keep us interested. So anyway, we went down the rabbit hole. Thank you, Silky, for getting started on it. But I think the look is fine, and that's about it. She looks pretty. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
All right. Next look.
Next up, we have.
Oh wait! Before all right, guys.
Oh, sorry. I can stop it.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
All right.
I like this look for her. It was elevated from what she normally does. It was more polished.
It is a very polished look. However, I'm not wowed by it because this is what Crystal has been bringing for All Stars. So it doesn't feel like bracket 3 ended and then she came with a whole new package. It just seems like a continuation on. Bracket 1. Bracket 1.
Yeah.
And she just kind of a continuation.
But I don't think. I think that's. What more would you expect, though?
I mean, it's a pantsuit.
I mean, sure, it's a pantsuit, but this is a pant. Like, this is a pant.
It's really clean and sleek to me.
You know what?
And it's very her.
You know what I will say with this episode? I think with the challenge itself, and then going into the runway, I was just very underwhelmed. So it's like by the time it got to the runway looks, I was just kind of like,
yeah. Okay. I'm with you on that. The challenge. This was another week of a weird challenge. Like last week's challenge was really weird. Them having to play 2 parts, blah blah blah. This was a strange challenge as well. I think. So I agree with you with what you said as far as her package, but to me that only makes sense. Like, I feel like she knew she was going to get to the semifinals, and therefore there is not a break in the package because, bitch, this is what I planned this whole time. Yeah. It's very her. It's very Crystal, and it's also Darlene. In a way that you have so many weird, disparate things that you're like, this is a lot going on, but it's so your aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's so much your aesthetic.
But it all went together really nicely though too.
I like it.
For me, at least. For me.
Yeah. I like it.
I don't dislike it, but it's not like...
It doesn't shock you. It doesn't...
Yeah.
You're not very surprised.
I don't think that you're going to be shocked all the time. I think this is who she is. This is what she's going to give you. I think if she makes it to the very end, she might have something that's like a showstopper.
I feel like Crystal is going to.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think that's when you're going to, at the very end, you're going to get the showstopper at that finale. And then also like her package was actually okay. I liked her story. Here's the thing. And this goes for everyone. I think only one person really got it right and really nailed it. I think a lot of these queens were telling stories that really dealt with them. It wasn't meant to be funny. It wasn't meant to really make RuPaul laugh like that. You can get 1 or 2 lines in. And then even like, let me just kind of go back, because this is what I was trying to interrupt you with before you played her. Even Silky's story, it was okay. It wasn't anything bad. I thought it was good. It wasn't as memorable as this one person. When we get to them, we'll talk about it. But it was okay, and I think Crystal was okay.
I feel like Crystal's story was the most beginning, middle, and end.
Yes, I will agree with that. I feel like
Crystal had the most like fully fleshed out story, and she was like the most prepared to tell a story. Because she didn't like flub or like try to second guess.
And she didn't have cards either.
She didn't have cards. I feel like every other queen had at least one little stumble. I feel like Crystal was the most prepared, and it had a complete arc.
Yes, and Ru actually pointed that out.
Yeah.
Help me remember her story.
She was talking about being stuck on a bus. So she had just moved. From one place to Missouri.
She was 6 years old, and how she knew how to get off the bus was when the little boy got off, because she knew that was her stop.
Yeah, but he didn't get on the bus
because he had some type of sports that he was playing after school, and then because he didn't get off the bus, she didn't get off, and then she realized that that's my house, and she just started pulling everything out of her bag, playing, and then not until they got back to the depot, the bus driver came in and said, that she was there. He took her back home, and her mother never let her back on the bus after that.
And you know what's I at some point must have tuned out, because there were parts of that story that I'm just hearing for the first time. But it's also very relatable. It sounds like something I would do. It sounds like something that would happen to me.
I will say this. I have fallen asleep on the school bus before and woke up, was the last kid on the bus, realized that John was the bus driver. That was his name, Mr. John. He was already back on the highway, headed back to the bus depot. I said, Mr. John, I'm still on the bus. And he like, turn around and bring me back home.
I didn't hear that story before.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
It sounds like something you would do right now, TJ.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I absolutely would do that right now.
No.
So I think, yeah, the look is good. Silky's story was about being in church, and her mother was the choir director. She got her ass beat, blah, blah. Yeah, so I think both of them had, decent stories, but Chris, I'm agreeing with you still. Like, I feel like there was one particular person that really stood out. With y'all having said about Crystal's story and now considering the runway, I can understand why she won this week, but I did think somebody else was going to win.
I did too. I think we all did.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Next, we have Kennedy. R.I.P.
This outfit was underwhelming. She said she lost weight, and you can tell she lost weight because the mesh part of it or the nylon part of it was ill-fitted. She's pretty, nice gowns, but her story was really hard to watch because you can tell she was just like, she wasn't fully prepared. There were gaps in it that didn't really make sense, and then the whole her being beat for being the class clown and it leading her to being on Drag Race, like there was such a huge, it didn't connect. There was no connection.
So here's my take on this. I believe that a lot of these queens, you come on Drag Race and you want to do your best, but you're always going to have like that one off week. That happens to all of them. It's just unfortunate that this was Kennedy's off week. Because she was killing it those first 3 episodes in her bracket. And she really had an off week. And you could tell, even in her confessionals, that she was having an off week. And it just didn't translate the way she wanted it to. I think this look was fine. It wasn't anything to stand out. Like, if I was to put her up against Silky, I think I would have chosen Silky's look. And that's not knocking Kennedy's look. I think it looks good. But I think Silky had her look stood out more. And then her story, I was just like, oh girl, you're gonna go home because of this.
Excuse me. Knowing what we know about Kennedy, when she shared her story with T.S. Madison about the domestic violence that was happening in her relationship, right?
Oh.
That would have been an opportunity to translate how she was being abused by people in school, being abused by her mom, and then accepting the abuse in her relationship, to then growing into the drag queen that she is now. That would have been a complete
an
arc to tell.
Yeah.
And I low-key feel like that may have been what she wanted to do, but she never got there.
Okay.
And it just kind of makes me sad for Kennedy. Like, I feel like the way she went out, spoiler alert, Kennedy went home, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the way she went out was kind of like, she has such a great couple episodes, and then to go out so early, semifinals, is kind of like, dang, like, it just feels like, dang. That's the disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously we were rooting for her. It's such an abrupt stop because she was clearly the front runner of her bracket, like last week, and now suddenly she's going home. But Chris
she hit a wall.
Kind of. Well, maybe it is the same because you mentioned Jane from last season earlier before we started recording, and I guess it kind of is the same. You have a front runner who's doing
one bad week.
Exactly, a front runner who's doing very well. One challenge, you flub, and then you're going home. So yeah, damn. But I
don't think I don't think it's wrong that she went home.
I don't think it's wrong either.
But it's just such a shocker because, like, coming off of 3 weeks of just being strong out the gate and killing them, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, what happened? It's like someone took her balloon, put a little pin and it just slowly leaked out over this episode. And by the time she got to the end, she just had nothing left. Because here's the thing, I thought that. Well, do you have the lip sync?
Yes.
Okay, well we'll talk about it after. I'll talk about it later. All right.
So one thing I do want to say before we move on to the next person, I feel like, I guess in a way, production kind of gave away her reveal of changing from her.
Oh, not kind of. They did. So I pointed that out too. So like on there, even with Akira, so there were several shots where Kennedy was sitting off to the side. You saw the rollers in her head,
right?
And then there were other several shots where you saw the shortcut. And then even with Akira, there were several shots where she was sitting there in the yellow dress, and then there were several shots of her sitting there in the black dress.
Oh.
So I don't know how it was shot.
Yeah,
but
I think
that
they
was
recorded it more than once.
Yeah, that was a plug.
Yeah, he pointed it out. I was like, oh wait a minute, and then I'm like, oh yeah, they did. So a lot of times and I think Jeffrey, when he was on, he was saying, you know, how when they did their performance, they recorded it twice. So I think that a lot of times they'll do these recordings more than once, and then they take the best edits from each recording and put it together. But if you're not paying attention, you won't notice those little things. But that was definitely something that he picked up on.
Yeah, and I'm thinking they do that often. So I was watching an episode of I think Trixie and Katya's podcast, and they were talking about whatever season of All Stars 2 when Katya was on it, and Katya was saying how their talent show number, I think they had to record it twice, or maybe parts of it they had to record it twice. So I imagine it probably happens like every season. Yeah. But yeah, it's I honestly, well, we'll talk about it more in the lip sync, but yeah, it's unfortunate for Kennedy this week.
Yeah. All right, what you got next?
Next up, we have Akira.
This look was amazing. She looked really good. The fact that she made this herself also. The hair, all the fringe, the sequin, the colors. Chef's kiss. This was really good.
Mm. I think there are some things that could be changed. I think there are some things that should be changed. Okay. One, I don't think the beaded fringe is needed. You have all this going on with this gown, that it's unnecessary, and it's a different color from the gown. On that same topic, the hair. I think the hair is a really weird color for this gown. There's nothing, that color is not matching the dress. There's nothing in the dress. I think like a blonde would have been so pretty. Like a pretty blonde would have been so pretty with this look, with this gown. But the earrings also, I'm like, I don't know about those. So yeah, I think there are some things that could have been changed with this look that would have made me happier.
I thought she looked nice.
Okay.
Literally, great gown.
Her story, I don't really remember much.
She was talking about injections, and even in that,
yeah.
I felt like that could have been fleshed out a little bit more. And like even Ruth said it, like this could have been an 8-part or a 6-part HBO series. I felt like if it had more, there was just pieces of the story that were missing that could have been thrown in there. Granted, we don't know what those pieces are, but it just didn't feel like a fully realized story.
It was giving me an episode of, what was the
Pose?
No, it wasn't even Pose. Remember when the girl? Well, it doesn't matter. We watched a show when they were doing the injections and stuff, and then one of them ended up getting killed.
Oh, you talking about that stupid Tyler Perry show, Beauty in Black?
Oh, Beauty in Black. Yes, that's what it was, Beauty in Black. But anyway, no, the one thing that kind of bothered me is just like, you did the whole scrim thing where you went behind it. Yeah, like that was so unnecessary. Like I could see it. Maybe you saw like a needle being like injected into her. Yeah. Like that would have told the story a little bit.
The reveal didn't make any sense.
It didn't. Like you didn't need to go behind the screen to do the reveal. Like I didn't get that. It was
weird.
It was disjointed.
It almost feels like maybe like the black was supposed to be like a cocoon, and then like the yellow was like
Oh.
This is a stretch. It's a stretch.
Sure,
But I'm
yeah.
just thinking like maybe it was just supposed to be like because she was talking about how she's coming to her full self, the full realization of herself or whatever. So maybe it was supposed to be like a chrysalis type of situation. I don't know.
Yeah, it's given a lot. It's given her a lot for that.
Okay.
But so I can unfortunately see why both her and Kennedy were in the bottom this week.
I can too.
Yeah.
But can I say before I hate Rate of Queen. I don't think Rate of Queen is fair because, granted, even though the bottom two were kind of justifiable this episode, however, when you put it into the Queen's hands, there's always going to be additional strategy involved.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's fair to the competition. I feel like if you're going to have a judges for a competition, to have those judges be the judges for that competition and that be it. I don't think it's fair when you have people with ulterior motives to say, I'm going to put this person here to make sure I'm up here. Like, the game is not played fairly. So I hate Rate.
I'm with you. I've never liked it. I've never seen the point of, well, I know the point of it is ratings.
To be messy.
To be messy and ratings, of course. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't like it. I'm like, why are we doing this, girl? What the fuck?
In a competition style like this is not fair. Like, I get it with like Survivor and Big Brother and stuff because that's the game that's played. But with this, when there's, I don't like it.
Okay. That would be like Project Runway implementing something like this. Like, well,
that's what they did to Joseph McCrae.
Right. Jeez. See, it never worked out.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
It never works out. Y'all can stop this. Producers of these shows, stop it. Take this shit out.
But this is why they do it, because they know it does this. All right. We have one more, right?
No, we have 3 more.
Oh, right. There's 8 of them bitches.
There's 8 of these bitches. Yep. Next up, we have Joey.
Okay.
I feel like this look is the reason why Joey wasn't in the top. Because whilst it's pretty, it's not top, right?
Yes.
And I don't agree with Michelle that the shoe should have been black. I actually really like the shoe. But the gown itself was not top worthy. However, her performance,
child,
there should have been no discrepancy. There should have been like a top 2.
She won.
Joey won. Joey
hands down. She mastered that presentation. You know, when she did the little sound effect the first time, I was just like, oh, wait, that's funny, that's cute. But then I didn't realize when she took it all the way through, it was a masterclass in how you present.
And I love how the one judge, I don't know who that man was. Sorry.
Neither do I.
I don't even remember his name. But I love how he said, no, it was part of the shtick. Her reading the card and then going to press the button, like that was a part of...
And looking for the right one to
like
press.
That was a part of the whole act. And I love the fact that he called that out.
Yeah.
Because I think Michelle tried to ding her for it, but no, the guy was like, no, that was a part of the... So Joey won, hands down.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, Joey was good. I feel like this ain't the first time that they've looked over Joey for a really good performance. And
they looked over her for the roast.
Coming from me, who did not see it for Joey at all before this season started, that's saying a lot. Now, what I will say, I think what Joey should have done was flip the look. So Joey could have worn this look for the performance and her performance look for the runway. Because I like the performance look a lot. I thought it was very pretty. I thought it was so pretty. It was like a dragified Karl Lagerfeld look. So it was like a black bow tie, a shit ton of like beads and I think maybe sequins. It was like a white shirt, but then the suit was like down here, but it was black. It was so fucking pretty. I was like, I love. And then she had like the fingerless gloves. Loved it. I think she should have just flipped it. She should have flipped it because I agree with you. This look is not really runway worthy. I think the parts of the that connect to the hand with the thing, I think it makes it weird. So she couldn't have opened it the full way because it was tied so tight. Anyway, I agree with you. This look is why she did not win. And it's unfortunate because she deserved to win in my book.
She was the only one to make Ru. I mean, all the
They were
people on the count
cackling
the whole time. And
Yes.
so we. It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
It was so funny. It was so funny. It was so funny and so good. And she looked good.
Yeah.
They keep playing. I'm not mad that she's back. I'm not mad that she's back, but I do feel like they kind of keep playing in her face. But she also kind of does it to herself with the wrong look. She's a weird one. It would be fun if she won, though. It would be really fun.
The whole gay thing.
It actually worked this episode. I wasn't annoyed with this episode as I have been.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have
our least favorites.
I'm not going to say anything because the girls were grouped and gagged over.
Let me tell you,
our post had the girls talking, child. It did what needed to be done.
It did what needed to be done.
And the thing is, we aren't alone in our thought process.
No, we weren't. Especially you.
And she proved it with this runway and her performance.
Well,
facts are facts, America.
Facts are facts. What is the length of this gown?
No one knows. It's
what
not
is
the
the
right
length
length.
of this gown? Why?
It's like above her ankles. Like, just let it go all the way.
As Naomi Smalls once asked, is she Christian or something? Because what is this? And what is this hair that goes?
It was the shoes for me. Like the shoes on the hips. I noticed that first, and then I didn't realize that she had shoes on her tits, and was it on her shoulders too?
No, it's just her hips.
No, it was just the tits and the shirt. Now, it's a Schiaparelli reference. I didn't necessarily like it when Schiaparelli did it, but it's a Schiaparelli reference. As we said last week, I don't think anything else needs to be said about this child.
Okay, let's move on then. Her story wasn't the greatest.
No, it was not.
I actually like this look. Not so much the hair.
I would have liked this if it was on an Asian woman.
You know what? I will
like
agree.
Cultural appropriation.
I don't agree with that.
I wouldn't say cultural appropriation, but I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Again, like we said last week, like Sam, I don't really get.
There we go.
I don't really get much from her. This almost looks like it's kind of too big for her. I mean, yes, it's voluminous, but it almost looks like it could fit her better. It's a lot of fabric, obviously. But
you know who would have ate? You know who would have ate this look up? Plastique. Or
I knew you were gonna say that.
Like Nymphia.
Yeah.
Especially if they did the full like geisha regalia. Like, it's just, I feel like with that type of silhouette, that dress, it needs the full Asian experience. And this is why I said cultural appropriation. Like, I get how it's not. That was a stretch. However, I feel like if you're going to do it, you got to do it. And she didn't do it.
And
you have to embody it.
Yeah, it's a very like Asian inspired look on the whitest woman.
On the whitest woman.
On the whitest woman. Yeah, it is what it is. Who is Jasmine? Who is she?
Somebody who talks too much.
That part.
Aside from that though, like, who is she? Like, what's her aesthetic? What's her, like, I don't know it. Just like Sam, although Sam has an aesthetic, it's just, what the fuck is it? Yeah, anyway, that was the last queen for the runways. And then we have the lip sync. Actually, before we go on to lip sync, can we go back to Sam, and can we go back to that first look that when they were coming back from, or they were entering the semifinals, the belts and the cowboy hat? I'm so tired of this child.
All right, so here's the thing. I remember when it came on, I made the comment. I was like, I don't like to like Sam, but I actually like the belt look.
I didn't like it.
I did. It's not unique or anything. It's not. I just thought that the texture of it was nice. The different buckles, the different patterns and colors of it. it's not something that we haven't seen before, but I just thought it looked nice. And I never would have thought of her wearing that.
I would have. It looks very much like her.
I don't know about that.
All right. Well, anyway, lip sync between Akira and Kennedy. This was such a good lip sync, I will say.
It was. But let me tell you where.
That?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought she could have won right there.
Yes.
When that happened, when then the wig came off, I was like, nope, that's it. Kennedy's going home. Once I saw the wig reveal, I was like, Kennedy's going home. Because that when she fell out, I was like, I wasn't expecting that. And the way she committed to it, I was like, this girl can win it here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I felt like it could have been a double Shantae.
Well, that's what he said.
I feel like it should have been a double Shantae.
Yeah.
I feel like Kennedy should have gone home. Because whilst Akira did what she needed to do, I don't feel like either one really edged out the other, especially with that stunt that Kennedy did. That fallout was Kennedy. I've said it for the past 4 episodes now. Kennedy is a master class in drag. She is a master class in how you perform. She is just that girl. And this is again where the disappointment comes in, because it's like if any of these hoes deserve to win based on their career alone and how they present drag on this show, it would be Kennedy.
And the thing about it is, they both embodied this performance. Again, how you embody a performance. Like, this was another, I'm not going to say masterclass, but I think that this was just like an excellent performance. But because they were both on the bottom, you knew one of them had to go home. I think they're so far into this now, especially because they brought back a third queen from round 3. There was no way there was going to be a double Shantae Eustace. I wanted that, like you said, but I think that they had too many bitches left for that.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I would not have been mad at a double Shantae, but there's no way they were going to do it, especially, as you said, with the third bitch. So you brought, well, you was going to bring back another queen anyway, but yeah, you brought 3 bitches from the prior season, plus you got Joey in there. So it's 8 of us.
So it's like
we only got
4
2 weeks
queens came from bracket 3.
Yeah, which is wild. So it feels like the stars aligned for this lip sync, though. This was the perfect song. These were the perfect 2 queens to do it. It was so black and like southern. I was like, this is really good. And they both held their own, like with the fallout, with the wig reveal, with the energy, with the embodiment of the song. Like, could you imagine this lip sync with Sam and Jasmine?
Hell fucking no. Let me say that again.
Could you imagine
fucking no.
This song with Sam and Jasmine? That would have been such uncooked chicken. I mean, unseasoned chicken. Oh God.
I think both statements were right.
Uncooked,
yes.
Boiled.
Yeah.
Hold on. Go ahead. Finish the statements. I want to throw it back to season 3.
I was just gonna say it's unfortunate that that Kennedy is left, but it's understandable.
So I want to go back to season 3 that we were watching. What was
he just saw the Mimi I'm First.
Yes, bitch. Like, what the fuck was that?
Oh, that lip sync?
How do you pick up another drag queen like you are in WWE wrestling and thought that was okay? I had never seen that before. I was like, how do you even think that is okay? And I thought that RuPaul's response was so controlled. I could see her jumping out of that judge's chair so we could see her sweatpants and going in on her.
So wait a minute. You've never seen season 3 before?
No. I just started watching
He started watching season 12.
Yeah.
So I knew
season 1.
But okay. That is how you've always...
We didn't even watch all of season 1.
Yeah, that's true. It's okay. It's a filter. It's a filter.
I feel like I've been duped, because this entire time since we have been doing these, I've been under the impression that you've seen every season.
No, I've seen segments here and there of different things, and plus like lip sync battles, all that stuff. There's so much to watch. I can't just keep watching Drag Race all the time. I had to diversify.
I don't know.
Like a portfolio.
It feels like you showed up unqualified for the job. I don't know.
Listen,
Anyway.
I narrate, bitch. I narrate. I keep the show moving.
That's why. So, okay, I'm glad that you're watching season 3 because season 3 is when everything takes the fuck off.
Yes.
Season 3 is the turning point.
Yeah. I said that when we were watching. I'm like, I think this is when Drag Race changed.
Point. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and I need you to binge watch all of them.
There's so much you missed.
I don't remember.
I think we're on episode 5 now.
There are so many. This whole time,
It's okay.
There are references that you. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Please
I've been
finish
picking them up here and there. It's okay.
Oh Lord.
But anyway, are we good with this now? We wrapping this thing up?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. So Kennedy went home, and we have another week of semifinals next week. So in the meantime, guys, don't forget to subscribe down below, to like, to comment, to share, and also hit the notification button so you get notified every time we drop a new video. New videos drop every Sunday at 8 a.m. And then guess what? Project Runway is getting ready to start pretty soon.
Project Runway starts next week.
Yeah, so you're going to get 2 episodes from us. I don't know when Project Runway's episode is going to come out, if we're going to do it back to back, but we have to figure that out. But yeah, Project Runway is starting back next week. So everyone have a great weekend. We're just coming off of, we're recording this on 4th of July. Hopefully you've had a safe 4th of July weekend. Have a great week ahead, and we'll see you guys here next week for an all new episode of the Recap Show. Deuces.
Au revoir.